Good morning, beautiful people. These are all my thoughts and opinions. Please do your own research and be nice in the comments. By that I mean don't swear and stuff like that, Or if you do, just hide it. Isn't it a beautiful day? It's actually quite cold, but it's so sunny. I love it. So I thought you might enjoy it too. I wanted to do this video for a few reasons. Well, to keep updated, guys. I did see the funeral. It was so sad. I mean, it really was sad. Sorry, it's just a little bit chilly. I cried my eyes out. It was so beautiful. It was so sad. Anyways, I hope Her Majesty the Queen is doing okay. I wanted to wait until the 22nd because they said that the 22nd ends the period of mourning. So I wanted to be respectful of that. I've seen a lot of news about Harry and his wife. During the funeral, during the funeral, it was a complete blabbing of articles from Meghan Markle, how she talked to the Queen prior to the funeral, how the flowers, who made the flowers. I'm pretty sure that they didn't pay for it. I'm sure that that was like a freebie as long as you mention us, which is actually quite disgusting. Harry maneuvering himself behind Prince William at the entering the church. It's all PR. It hasn't stopped, and it will continue. My petition is coming out. I have had to change a few things, especially because some things that have happened have actually given me grounds to use it as an example. Harry and Meghan will not stop exploiting their links to the royal family until the royal family makes it clear that there is nothing there to exploit. I used to work, I can't give you too much of my background, but I can tell you that for a fact, when you go abroad as a diplomat, there is a section on the police that handles any crimes. For example, if you're a diplomat and something happens to you or somebody commits a crime to you, there's a section of the police, in most countries anyways, assigned to handle with diplomats. Yet, there is no independent commission or section of the government to handle wrongdoings, illegal acts of corruption or otherwise from members of the royal family, at least the British royal family. I understand that maybe in 1869, when the Bill of Rights was drafted to define the role of a constitutional monarchy, they never expected the members representing this monarchy. Because please keep in mind, because a lot of people keep confusing family. Oh, they're beloved family members. Yeah, I am sure they are. But that is separate than a constitution, being part of a constitutional monarchy, which represents the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Millions of people. And as such, they are expected to behave in a certain manner. You wouldn't put Madoff, the guy that just died in jail for fraud and that financial scheme that he did, to be the head of the head of finance department of any company. Why? Because nobody would invest with you. Nobody. So the same is happening with the royal family. There has been a complete lack of accountability because nobody expected the royal family members to behave criminally, corruptly, dishonestly, dishonorably. Nobody expected that. But this is what happens when you hand somebody absolute power. It absolutely corrupts. What Prince Andrew has done, what Harry and Meghan have done, is not a family matter. It is a police matter. It is a government matter. Harry and his wife did not go on Oprah to say, we're very upset, because what really boiled down to is like, I know and it would have been the honest thing to say. It's like, I know that by law and because of the letters patent, we're not entitled for additional titles or privileges. However, we were hoping that if we were willing to work harder, we would get additional titles and privileges, financial and otherwise. That's what that interview was about. They were dishonest, very much publicly on television in a worldwide platform. They stated that if the royal family, the monarchy, were to give them the undeserved additional titles and privileges, they would go back. That is extortion, which is a criminal act. Now, I saw, for example, the wonderful Arthur Edwards, who I really like. And he went on television because he took these beautiful pictures, of the funeral. And he went on, Prince Harry and William are talking, the feud should stop. This is not a feud. This is not a little tiff. This was a man who has committed felony treason because he questioned the role and capability of the head of state and the heirs to that head of state, to that state, by branding them as prisoners, incapable, and manipulated by others. How can we or anybody in the world want a head of state who's not happy doing the job? Because of course, if you're not happy doing a job, you're not going to do the best job. And we need people doing their best job for us because they represent us. That is felony treason. There are issues with the funds. The CEO of Disney is on record in an interview, worldwide platform, stating that he gave $3 million to Harry's foundation to donate to the elephants, because according to what we know, that was the deal. Nothing has happened. Ignorance is not a legal defense. Harry, more than anybody, and his wife are educated people to some degree. They know, they are aware, and that is not a legal defense. People want to say that he was misunderstood. No, those are not misunderstandings. Those are not misunderstandings. In my petition, I am modifying a little bit because a lot of letters I received and emails, mostly from sugars. Please, the people who like me should write to me too, because I only get really nasty emails, guys. That Harry is a loved member of the royal family. Yes. If you know this, Princess Eugenie and Beatrice are also members of the royal family, beloved members of the royal family. And they rank higher, they rank above Prince Edward and the Countess of Wessex. And yet, they're not featured in the royal website. Why? Because they don't work for the royal family. I found out about Prince Philip's death within 15-20 minutes. So I went immediately to the website, to see what they were going to do, if there was more information. So I tried to look at his profile. Keep in mind that I looked 15-20 minutes within his death, at least publicly announced, right? His profile was gone. But if you went to the homepage, you could see Prince Philip had died, and and it said something like we're updating the website. Please be aware that some links may not be functioning because of this that we're putting up. That was fine, but his profile was gone. Yet, if you see Harry, you will see Harry and his wife's profile very much there, even though they don't work. So for Arthur Edwards, this is not about a tiff. This is not about taking Harry back, because the monarchy is not a family-owned business. It's not. My petition, guys, is basically asking the government to form a commission that handles with this, to create additional rules to that Bill of Rights on how the monarchy should behave, and consequences, because so far there is, you're not allowed to do this. But what happens if they do anyways? There's no consequences. There's no protection of the titles. For example, Meghan Markle is not even a British citizen, has not really worked for the monarchy, is no longer working for the monarchy, and yet they have the titles, and they're exploiting them, and they're fighting to get even more titles. Prince Harry left the UK after the funeral. This is all my opinions, because nobody wanted to pose with him publicly. He latched himself to Prince William. You can see he was clearly uncomfortable. People say that the Duchess of Cambridge did a wonderful thing and that she let the brothers talk. I just think that she was too angry to talk to him and that she did not really want to be seen with him. And it wasn't until Prince William turned to her, she moved up. Basically, Prince William didn't also want to be seen talking alone with him. But I think that she was pretty furious and did not want to spend time with him. And he knew that. Prince Harry knew that. But he followed anywhere. If you see them later on, when the shots are zooming out, you can see Prince William slowing down because he doesn't want to keep talking to Harry. And you can see Harry slowing down. You can see Prince William looking for his wife because he doesn't want to talk to him. You know, this is being civil because somebody puts you in a tight spot in a public forum. It doesn't mean that they are talking again. Harry left the UK and refused to spend time with his grandmother. You know what? Even if his grandmother had say, don't come to my birthday, lunch or whatever, he should have stayed to show respect. You know what, Grandma? I know you didn't invite me, but you know what? I love you and I am here. I'm going to get you this flower. But no, the reason why he left the UK is because he didn't get anything that he wanted. And yet we haven't stopped seeing any of those articles. It is the press and people like Arthur Edwards who's clinging to an image sold to the public by Buckingham Palace of who Harry is not, because that is what you see now is what you get. Let's say that Harry divorces Meghan. So what? Are we going to be worried about who his next wife is? Because if his next wife is a skank as well, then he's going to be like that. No, his character is showing. And what my issue with all of this is the lack of accountability. We want to blame everybody. It's like, for example, rightly so, people are frustrated. I'm one of them. Oh, the doctors should speak out. Everybody else should speak out. It's the royal family. Harry's children cannot be in the line of succession for one simple reason. I actually did some research. Please fact check me if I'm wrong. It is the only time in the history of public announcements in regards to birth of any royal child that they got it wrong. They got it wrong. When the Buckingham Palace made that public announcement, it was wrong. I mean, it was a confusion in communication. No. I mean, how can you confuse a child coming out of somebody's body at a certain time and date, or who the doctor is that delivered it? There are too many lies, inaccuracies in regards to his birth, that if they want, and this is in my petition too, that if Harry wants his children in the line of succession, they have to be clear and transparent about like any other royal births surrounding the birth of his kids, until he clarifies that the children cannot be part of the line of succession. Harry should not be in the line of succession. I think that him and his children should be removed of the line of succession, and Harry should be investigated. This is what my petition is about. So for people like Arthur Edwards, why does he want Prince Harry back? I'm honestly wondering that. And there's a lot of people, oh shit, it's cold. And there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, Prince Harry should come back. He's so nice. No, this is not a feud. He knows what he's doing. And he's chosen to behave in the most appalling manner. I'm just going to give a little story. When I quit one job, I remember I was very happy working in this company. I was really happily working there, but I wanted to study marketing at night, get a degree in marketing at night. And so I quit because where I worked was a little bit too far from where I was, from my job. So I drafted a letter of resignation and I went and I handed it in. I gave a 2 weeks notice, leaving it open for a month's notice and see how we can make the transition the better, And I remember the director of my department called me and he said, Paula, why are you leaving? And he says, I can't accept your resignation. And I said, well, you know what? It's really, really far. It takes me almost an hour in traffic to get across to the university. And then he said, okay, then, you can leave at 3. Is that going to make it okay? I was really taken aback. You know, but he says, we really don't want you to leave. You know, would it be possible for you to leave at 3? And then when you graduate from marketing, we can give you an option to work in our marketing department. We would very much love to have that. And you know, and I thought about it and I said, you know what, I can't, because it was really, really difficult for me. There were other things at play. And then they said to me, you know what, how long will it take you to get, it was a postgraduate course. I said, it'll take me about 18 months. And then he said, well, you know, we'll leave it open. Would you mind working as a consultant, you know, in the meantime? And I said, absolutely. You know, of course, I would love to work. And I was very grateful, you know, for that. Harry didn't do that. They barely worked. They were demanding. They were harassing. They were abusive. They left because they didn't get their way. And on top of that, they went and they trashed with public allegations, false allegations against an institution. I go back to King Felipe. King Felipe, he loves his brother-in-law, who's in jail. But King Felipe understands that the monarchy is separate than family. You know, Andrew has to be given a deadline to present himself to the authorities to sort these issues out. And until he has clarified those issues, he should be removed from the royal website. Because he cannot represent. He's not only representing the Queen or the head of state, he's representing the UK. How can we have somebody in a royal website representing the UK and Commonwealth heavily featured? He can't be. Until he clarifies his name, he cannot be part of that. So this commission should be doing this. This commission should be holding the royal family accountable. Clearly, the Human Resources Department in the royal family is not working. Things have to be transparent because employees are being abused, harassed, and the human resources is being used to cover up the wrongdoings and criminal behaviors of the principals instead of holding them accountable or protecting the employees. This is all in my petition, so I have to amend that. And this is why I said when people who write to me, oh, well, Harry and Meghan and his wife need to be part of the royal website because they're royals. There's many royals in the royal family. They're not featured there because they don't work for the royal family. They don't work for the monarchy. That site is only for that, and it's a very important thing. The royal family can send a clear message by removing them, just like they quickly removed, because a lot of people have told me, oh, they haven't had the time. I have 2 websites, guys. I only have to log in and click delete, and then I've asked to confirm, you know, because one time I deleted a profile from one of my employees by mistake, and then I had to rebuild it again. So now I've asked for it to ask me to confirm, you know. So it takes literally less than a minute to remove somebody's profile. And that is sending a clear message to everybody else instead of this lingering uncertainty. For the monarchy to regain its credibility, respectability, and dignity, they have to be transparent. These are all my thoughts and opinions. And again, thank you all, guys, for writing to me. Please, but I wish I could get more emails from nice people. I just get emails from nasty people. Thank you for your donations. It really makes a difference. And yeah, I just wanted to share something quickly. My son got accepted to a Canadian university in the aerospace engineer program. I can't believe he's so clever. I'm so happy. Anyways, yes. So thank you very much. And I hope you have a lovely day. I'm freezing my butt off. And leave me your comments.